The newest evidence shared in Melly's court hearing left rappers speechless, as it seems that one of the biggest names in hip-hop could have affected the rest of YNW Melly's life, as the only reason that Melly was given a mistrial was due to the prosecutors not emphasizing to the jury what YNW Melly's motive to commit the crime against Sack Chaser and Juvie was. However, the new lead prosecutor may have just found it, all thanks to OTF rapper King Von. Now, YNW Melly was very close friends with King Von leading up to his arrest. Recently, a rogue O-Block member shared a secret that YNW Melly told King Von, then King Von shared with members of O-Block, as allegedly Melly was asking King Von for advice on how to handle a situation with his two friends YNW Sack Chaser and YNW Juvie that were all trying to get money out of YNW Melly.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Walter Bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
Involving Sack Chaser and Juvie going after Melly for financial gain. If you know anything about King Von's past and how he would handle situations, you can likely guess how Von would have told YNW Melly to handle it, and this was the missing piece of evidence that the prosecutors were missing during the original trial, which is what was the motive. Now, it's important to also know that the Florida Police Department arrested YNW Melly and YNW Bortland on February 13th, 2019. However, YNW Melly was even granted a mistrial in the case in July 22nd, 2023, but Melly has remained in jail ever since 2019. Meanwhile, many forget that YNW Bortland has been released on a bond for multiple years. He only sat in a jail cell for roughly 5.5 days. The police, ever since day one, have only wanted YNW Melly. This even dates back into the first week of the crime, where YNW Bortland was interrogated by police, as he even hints towards him being the innocent one throughout the interrogation.
And I'm driving, ducking for my life, trying to make sure I don't get hit. And you telling me, you telling me about some shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. I'm driving. I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna be worried about? You know what I'm saying?
I know it's not for you to worry about.
Shit crazy, bro.
But if you tell me it happened there's gotta be some evidence there. There's gonna be broken glass, just like there's broken glass over here when you guys open the doors and stuff like that. Okay, there's gonna be broken glass over there when the windows got out. There's gonna be casings from the people at your car. Okay, there's gonna be evidence over there. Okay, right now, there's nothing. I kind of think I know what happened, because I got information.
As ever since the interrogation, YNW Melly has been the main suspect, as police believe that he is guilty of doing the crime towards Sack Chaser and Juvie. With YNW Melly sitting in a jail cell for the last 5 years, his mother Jamie King would even go on to reveal how his life has been behind bars, as YNW Melly isn't even being treated as a human. Jamie King would reveal that she is heartbroken for her son. She feels so helpless as he's not allowed to do a thing.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
According to lawyers, it's very common that when the police suspect that you're the one guilty of a very serious crime, such as the one Melly's involved in, you get treated very poorly inside a prison. There's not really much you can do to get out of it, because you could be guilty of a serious crime, such as taking the life of your two best friends. This is why we would even see Melly's mom begin ranting over the fact that Melly's been granted a mistrial, but he still is left inside of his jail cell, not allowed on a house arrest or bond, which is common in a mistrial, as Melly's not even allowed to use a phone or even look at his own mail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
As YNW Melly's mother knew that she had to make a move to save her son, she would go and start a petition to just have law officials look into Melly's situation. It gathered over 50,000 signatures, and finally it would be announced. YNW Melly has been transferred from Broward County Jail to the Paul Rain Detention Facility in Florida as he waits for his retrial to resume. However, it gets a lot deeper than this, and allow me to explain. A viral comment would first share, "I believe the Paul Rain Detention Facility is to house people struggling with mental illness. I really hope that Melly is mentally okay," making many believe that YNW Melly is struggling a lot more than what we know. We even caught a glimpse of how scared Melly's mother is for him because of how serious the evidence is against him, as during the original Melly trial, when Melly was granted the mistrial, his lawyers requested that Melly receive a bond out of jail or even house arrest, but the judge would end up denying it instantly on the spot, saying that Melly must return to jail, making Melly's mother break down into tears, even leading into Melly asking if she was okay. This ended up getting the attention of many rappers in the industry. Rap OG Boosie would react, speaking on the stress that Jamie King has been going through and basically saying it's not gonna get any better.
Okay, so
then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
However, YNW Melly's chances of receiving a house arrest has gotten better this week. It would be reported YNW Melly's Double M retrial is set for September 2025, with his mother giving an update outside of the courthouse.
Free Melly till he's free. He's coming home, guys. Just patience. So we did have court today, him and Bort, they both had court. And so basically the judge put a new trial date in for September 10th of 2025. Please make it make sense. I don't know. At this point, they need to just dismiss the case. So, and yeah, he still doesn't have phone calls. Still no visitation. He's still in the new facility all alone by himself, no contact. He's not allowed to have contact with any other inmates. They move him around with several guards. It's like something you never...
As with the trial being so far away, lawyers online have commented believing that Melly's lawyers are going to be pushing for a bond or a house arrest grant from the new judge. YNW Melly's been sitting in a jail cell for over 5 years now, will make his chances a lot better. However, there's one thing preventing it. YNW Melly was just hit with brand new charges alongside YNW Bortland.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demmons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction. YNW Melly, his real name is Jamel Demmons. He's actually in plain clothes in the courtroom for the first time in months, again, as this judge really starts the long process of seating a new juror.
As these new charges were connected to YNW Bortland's massive mistake, YNW Juvie's father would first expose how YNW Melly and Bortland were witness tampering and even what code words they used to make Melly's ex-girlfriend not testify against them in the original trial.
Both
Melly, Jamel Demons, YNW Melly, and Cortland Henry, who is known as YNW Bortland, are now charged with witness tampering. It sounds like the prosecutors are saying there was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person, and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures to try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
then on top of that, it would then be announced YNW Bortland was arrested for witness tampering charges, as while his house was raided by the feds, they ended up finding insane paperwork against Bortland and Melly.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortland allegedly tampered with the witness.
As it would then be announced by Bryson Paul, here are the images of alleged notes discovered during the home raid of YNW Bortland's home last week, as filed into the Broward clerks by the state. Alongside these photos here, of a piece of paper of YNW Bortland drawing where certain jurors were sitting, even with a description of what they looked like. It may not sound like too much to you, but to understand how serious this actually is, here's DJ Academics' reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
As with the new evidence being entered into the case, they aligned it very perfectly with the already existing hard evidence against Melly. The new lead prosecutor wants to make it very simple for the jury to make YNW Melly look guilty. This evidence leads into the evidence from Melly's cell phone, where YNW Melly gives a text message literally admitting to doing the crime.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02, the YNW Melly count says what?
After that, SHHHH.
While also sharing the concerning evidence shared by Sergeant Williams, where he would reveal that there is no way this could have been a drive-by, and the person that committed the crime had to have been sitting where YNW Melly was.
That has some movement in it, which is around site L here. The actually moving in that to create the little bit of a that you see there.
Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas as coming from outside of the car?
Yes.
As with Williams revealing the crime must have occurred inside of the vehicle, YNW Juvie's mother would then confirm who was sitting where inside of the Jeep, as she has known all 4 YNW boys for over a decade.
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury?
I'm Leon Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the victims in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Pause it at 2/19/15. Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamel.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demons?
Yes, ma'am.
This would end up going viral on social media. We would begin seeing rappers start reacting as Boosie would drop some knowledge on everyone, sharing that when the feds want you, they'll do anything to get you.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted them bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh right, yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like after a mistrial, that doesn't happen really.